So I hope everybody is doing great. Okay, first of all, thank you for all your response, all your love. Um you always love this channel and which enthusiastic me to creating all such videos. Okay, so today we are going to talk about AWS interview question series. So till now we have created two videos, right? And up to 25 questions we have worked out. Now, what is the target? I'm targeting for the 100 questions, right? And now we will try to cover 25 to 40 questions in this series, and definitely I believe that you are following it on daily basis. I have the playlist in this, right? For I have created separate playlist for this interview questions, so you can definitely refer these things. Okay, so now let's start. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe this channel and share it with your friends. Thank you guys. This is the channel Cloud Learning, and here you can refer. You can get lot of videos related to AWS and the other clouds. Okay, so first question, like what do you understand by changing in Amazon EC2? Before that, one request is like if you like this channel and if you are finding these videos helpful, kindly update in comment yeah, I find it helpful or it is helpful. Just one word if you can type helpful, that would be actually helpful for me. Thank you guys. So question number 26, what do you understand by changing an Amazon EC2? So this is not, I can say, very important, but yes, there is some change now. They are offering the option to switch from the current instance count based limitation, okay, to the new vCPU CPU based restriction, okay. As a result, when you launch a combination of instance type based on demand, utilization is measured in terms of number of vCPUs, okay. So that is kind of a small consideration which you can see when you are launching your instances. Now define a snapshot and Amazon EC2. Amazon EC2, you know that snapshot whenever you talk about backup. Okay. So backup is something when you talk about in AWS, it is always you speak something about a backup. Okay. So when you say snapshot, you are talking about backup. How to take backups? There is a lifecycle manager which you can use for taking the backup of your snapshots. Okay. These databases are known, okay, they can be produced manually and automatically. Okay, so lifecycle manager you can use, and by using this lifecycle manager, you can create manual and automatic backup. Lifecycle manager for automatic backup and manual backup always you can do. You can also create volumes from these snapshots. Then from those volumes can be used to attach to the corrupted or attached to the used to replace the volume. Okay, used to replace the volume of used to replace the corrupted volume. Okay, so if your EC2 instance got corrupted, or like if it has particular volume corrupted, and if you have backup of that, you can go to snapshot, you can create a new volume, detach the old volume which is corrupted and replace it with the new one. Okay, so we'll get the data till the time of backup. Backup can be scheduled daily, weekly, monthly, right? Or different periods. Even you can schedule the cron job. Okay. What else? What else you can do? This is yeah. So this is I think sufficient, right? Snapshots can be created for anybody, right? Like you can create for RDS, you can create for EC2 servers, you can create for databases, DynamoDB, and everything, right? Everything is normally used to cover via snapshots. Let me know if you have any further questions in this. I will be happy to answer. Now, few scenario-based questions. So on EC2 instance, suppose an application is active and once the CPU uses on your EC2 instance hit 80%, you must reduce the load of it. What strategy you should use to complete the task? Okay. So, if CPU utilization is 80% of a server, right? What you can do? You can introduce auto scaling there, right? So in this way, like if the utilization goes higher than 80%, you can introduce a new server, and if the load goes low, you can reduce the server, right? So you can set up that condition, like if 80%, if it is more than 80% or high, add new server. If it is lower than this, reduce the servers. Okay. What else? Like multiple Linux Amazon EC2 instance. Okay. Question number 29. Multiple Linux Amazon EC2 instance running a web application for a firm are being used. So they are running multiple Linux instances, right? And data is being stored in Amazon EC2 volumes. Now the business is searching for a way to provide a storage that comply with atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability, which also increase the application resilient in the event of a breakdown. What steps should you, as a solution architect, you should give? Okay. So what you can go for EFS. EFS, you don't need to manage multiple volumes in multiple instances. Okay. That volume you can share with multiple servers, right? Now there is a similarity, like if something is updated on one server, it would be updated on the other server. So what basically they used to do, they used to mount an NFS point and then they used to do that, right? This is the point. AWS auto scaling groups can create an application load balancer. You can use load balancer along with that, right? So AWS auto scaling group can create an application load balancer that spans many availability zone, mount a target on each instance, and save data on Amazon EFS. So what we are saying, introduce auto scaling group for higher availability, right? Create an application load balancer that spans many availability zones. So load balancer can be accessed via load balancer can be spread into multiple availability zone, right? And mount a target on each instance and save data on Amazon EFS. Okay. Now the next point, your business prefers to its email address and domain to send and receive compliance email. So they have their email address and domain and they want to send and receive the compliance email. What service did you receive? Did you should use? You remember SNS service, SES service, right? You can set up SES service, you can set up SNS service, SNS topic, and there you can use, right? So we should use Amazon ECS or Amazon SNS, right? Describe SES. Okay, what is SES? Simple email service. So if you have to send thousand of bulk emails, right, to number of peoples, right, uh, you can use SES, simple email service. This is very useful and send bulk emails on a very low price. So if you see like these days, marketing mails are going on there, right, and people are using that one. So what it is that it is what it is that it is basically like if you are receiving marketing mails, right, they are using actually some service kind of SES in cloud only, right? They might use different cloud, it could be Azure, it could be Google or some other cloud, but normally in the backend actually this is the same kind of services which is called SES, right? Bulk, bulk mail marketing. What is PaaS, right? Platform as a service. You know the example, like whatever the guys you have learned right till now, whatever the many of your students, right? And thanks once again, like you are enrolling great in my courses. I'm really really very thankful for you that you enroll in such courses in my courses and you loved my courses. So I really really thankful for that. Okay. And what it is, like if you've seen those videos, right, elastic beanstalk, it is a pass solution, like they create the environment whole in the backend, right? And you just need to upload your code. So you need to focus on your code part. And platform as a service, right? Platform they prepare the complete platform they prepare, like they can prepare the servers, they can prepare your load balancer, auto scaling, whatever you define, you can do that accordingly, right? Okay, so now next question is like, okay, so you understood, right? Part platform pass as a service. So when we create the environment, like when you are just providing virtual servers with OS system, okay, with OS installed on it, it is infra as a service. What you are providing, CPU, memory, right, storage, the basic infra thing. So it is a, yes, infra as a service. When you are saying pass, okay, what it is platform as a service, right? So what you are providing along with the OS, you are providing the application as well. Okay, so like if you need Java runtime environment, you create a Elastic Beanstalk with Java runtime environment, and after that, what it will do, it will install, give you a one virtual servers along with OS, and after it set up the Java environment as well, along with the load balancer, along with auto scaling and all such features what you want, right? So this is called pass environment, right? RDS instance, that you got a link, you got a URL there, right? But you don't need to install SQL server or Oracle server. You don't need that technical information. What you just need, you need just Oracle server or SQL server, right? And they come up there, you fill the information, right? And after that you submit and done, right? So you need to just focus on your database part, like what database you need. But do you install SQL server there? No, right? So I hope it is helping you a lot to understand, right? Believe me guys, focus on these questions, and if you are learning from me, right, from my questions or from my trainings, right, uh, you might have used to get these kind of questions, right? And you can get the answers now. I believe if you focus on this, you will definitely will be able to to crack lot of questions, okay, in interview. Okay, how many S3 buckets can be created by default? 100 buckets can be created by default. Okay, limits can be changed, right? So don't focus on that one much, but yes, you can, by default limit is some there, right? What is the maximum number limit of elastic IP can be anyone can produce? A maximum of 5 elastic IP can be produced per location per AWS account. Okay, I'm not verifying this one. Let me just cross check this. I'm not very sure on this part. If maximum of 5 elastic IP can be generated per location and AWS account. Okay, this is a good question actually. Okay, so that is fine. Then what is, let's go further, right? What is Amazon EC2? If you want a virtual machine, right? If you need a virtual servers, what you need? A EC2, right? This is EC2, correct? Simple question. You will not get that much simple questions in actually an interview, but what you can get, what are some of the best security practices? What are the best security practices? Use security group. Okay, login via role. Okay, so security best practices is for Amazon EC2 include I use identity and access management to control access to your AWS resources. Okay, so you can create the resources, you can create the users, and then you can give that, okay, this user can access uh, EC2 till this level, right? Read level or kind of those the required access. Restricting access by only allowing trusted host or network. Okay, you can ensure like, okay, this can be come from my particular network, then only people should be able to connect, right? SSH, like in security group you can define like, okay, this would be my restricted IP range. So source IP in security group you can define the custom IP range. Only open the required port. Okay, and disable password based login, right? That if somebody know the password, then they can log in. It is not good, right? So those kind of things you should do. Question number 37, right? Can S3 be used with EC2 instances? If yes, how? Do you know how to use it? Yes, you can use S3 instances. You can use S3 with EC2 instances. How? You have to use endpoint, VPC endpoint. Okay, with VPC endpoint, you can access the S3 service from your EC2. Okay, so Amazon S3 can be used for instances with root devices backed up by local instance storage. The way developer have access the same highly available, reliable, fast, expensive, right? To execute system in the Amazon EC2, developers load Amazon EC2 machines into S3 and then move them between S3 and Amazon EC3. Okay, let's read again. Uh, S3 can be used for instances with root devices backed up by local instance store. That way, developers have access to the same highly scalable, reliable, fast, and inexpensive data storage infra that Amazon EC2 used to run its global network of website. To execute system in Amazon EC2 environment, developer load Amazon machine images into S3 and then move them from S3 to EC2. But if you ask me practically, you not use, right? That could be once a question like how to access S3 bucket from EC2 instances, and answer is VPN, VPN endpoint, right? But if you are talking about storing the data into S3, uh, that is not recommended actually. You should use EBS. Okay. Amazon EC2 and Amazon S3 are two best known web services that make up AWS, right? This is true. Okay, what is difference between stopping and terminating an EC2 instance? Can you suggest what is difference between stopping and terminating? Stopping an EC2 instance, that means you are stopping the servers, right? Terminating, you are destroying the servers. Make sense? Right? It is like shutdown. You are doing shutdown in your system, right? You are left shut down your laptop, right? This is called stopping. And if you are destroying the data, if you are removing the machine completely so that will not come, or like you don't need it further, you go for termination. Okay. What are the different type of EC2 instances based on their cost? Okay, what are the different types of EC2 instances based on their cost? On demand, spot, and reserve. Which is the costliest one? On demand. Okay, but there is no commitment. It is good for short term uses, right? If you need for a couple of days, uh, if you don't need it for longer term, right? Go for on demand instance, right? Spot instance, it is very cheap, like most cheap, 80 to 90% it is cheap, right? But AWS can pull it, or any cloud can pull it up anytime, right? Whenever they need. This is like that. Okay. Reserve instances. If you are planning to use an instance for a year or more than, right, go for reserve instance. If you know like you have to use it for longer term, right, you can get 50 to 60% discount easily. Go for reserve instances. Okay. Last question for today. How do you set up SSH agent forwarding so that you do not have to copy the key every time you log in, right? So suppose if you want to set up an SSH agent forwarding so that you don't need to copy the key every time, like okay, putting the key, what you need to do, go to PuTTY configuration, SSH authentication, enable SSH agent forwarding to your instance. Okay, set up this one and click on SSH agent forwarding. Okay, SSH agent forwarding, and by using this you can utilize like every time you don't need to put that, right? So that is the advantage. So I hope you find this video useful, and this video is probably is helpful for you guys, right? That is what I am expecting. If you are finding this video helpful, right, and can let me just check how much time we have actually, because it is just 15 questions, maybe we can proceed further. Okay, so maybe I can take like your 10 minutes, 5 minutes more, right? And we can cover up to 50 questions. What do you think, right? So in the next three classes we will cover the next 15 and next 50 questions, right? And that would be a good practice for you, good understanding for you, right? This. Before that, before moving further, I just say like if you are reaching till this point, please like the video and share it with others. And I have one website which is called awslearnings.in, and there is some great discount is going on, right? So if you want, right, for this time, right, my I forwarded this one actually, right, for you. uh, this is very handy. This is very handy for this is very handy for you for learning AWS course in practical, right? You can learn practically there is a website awslearnings.in, and here I have AWS course in Hindi and English along with, so you can just put your number right here, and and can like take the courses, right? So this is the very popular courses, right? Yeah, people like this course a lot. This is my batch recording, my AWS course batch recording for Solution Architect Associate. I'm also adding professional one also, so you can get that one very soon. So this would be there. And for professional to proceed further, you have a prerequisite, like you have to clear Solution Architect Associate concepts, right? Because there are a lot of concepts there in Solution Architect, and right now there is a big discount is going on, like because the situation is really tight for number of peoples. And and I have these coupons right now. So it is like, you, if your job is going good, right? This is for limited time, just remember, right? um, so it is like for skill boost. If you want to just add your skill, AWS or some other things in your kitty bag, right? You use skill bags, right? If you are really affected a lot, and you don't have much choice apart from this learning, and you are really affected financially, if I say so, use this layoff one, and you will get very big discount, like for 500 600 rupees, or sometime for lower, like for 399 rupees, you will get the courses, right? But I leave it on you, your honesty, right? Normally the course not used to be lower than 4000, okay? But in this difficult situation I use this, okay? So this is actually for your support, and so that you can learn effectively and learn this. Share it with your friends if you want, right? That would be actually helpful for me as well. Then this Solution Architect Associate course is there. If you want to learn DevOps, right? DevOps is great course, and definitely these batch recordings definitely will help you a lot. It covers Linux scripting. It covers more than 60 videos are there, right? And and it covers like number of things, right? Linux scripting and all other things are there, right? Lambda concepts, or and every different thing. This is huge, guys. This is huge. Please follow this one. It would change your life if you want to learn DevOps, right? More than 1 hour classes every day, and then number of advantages, right? As I said. Okay, so you have DevOps course as well there, and then you have Docker course as well there. Okay, you want to learn Docker course is always there, right? You want to learn like AWS Solution Architect self-learning in Hindi. You can use like in a different way if you don't want to see like the recording. Few people like recording, few people like to see this. You can go for this. If you want like practice exam is already there, so you don't need to go separately. Okay. Apart from this, there is English course is also available, right? So if you want English course, that is also available there. So I hope you find it useful, and let me. So if you click on view all, you can see here Hindi and English course both are available. Okay, let me know if you have any questions, and take the advantage, learn the course, and improve yourself. Okay, now let's proceed further for this last 10 questions. What are Solaris and AIX operating system? Are they available with AWS? No, Solaris and AIX system are not available. They used to be very powerful systems, right? That use Spark processors. Solaris, which is not supported by the public cloud. AIX is the operating system that runs on Power CPU and not on Intel, which means that you can don't create AIX instances. However, now you have Mac instances available in AWS. Earlier, it was not there. Okay. How do you configure CloudWatch to recover an EC2 instance? So suppose like you can set up the alarm, right? Go to actions and then choose recover the instance option. When you choose the recover the instance option, you can restore your instance, right? You can recover your instance. What are the common type of AMI designs? Okay, so what are the common type of AMI? There are many type of AMI, but some of the common AMI are fully backed AMI. Okay, or just enough baked up AMI. So just enough baked AMI, like it is not completely ready. It is you can say most of the things are ready, right? Not completely ready. Fully baked, that means complete ready. And hybrid AMI, that is mixed of the environment. What are the key pairs in AWS, right? Key pairs, key pairs, right? So we used to create key pairs when you launch any instance. These key pairs actually used to have public and private key. Public key is with the server, private key is with you, it will be with you, right? So when you need to connect to the server, you need to provide the private key so that you can connect the server, you can get the password, or the application can utilize the password from PAM key. Question number 45, what is Amazon S3? Amazon S3 is a object based storage which you where you can keep your files and you can store those files. You will not get that much simple question most probably, right? But it is right. Like if you are completely new, definitely you can use this one. Okay, but it is for storing the data. Like similar to Google Drive, similar to Google Docs, not Google Docs, Google Drive or OneDrive, right? Kind of those things. How you can configure and how you can recover or log into an EC2 instance for which you have lost the key. Okay, this is very important question. Normally people used to ask. What you need to do, you need to go verify that the EC2 config service is running, detach the root volume of the instance, okay, attach the volume to a temporary instance, modify the configuration file, and then restart the original server. Okay, so these are the steps which you actually need to do, and if you see in the details, right, you can find out. But what basically you are doing, that you are removing that corrupted volume because it is not getting a start, right? uh, Attaching the volume to a temporary instance, and you are updating the key file information into your server, okay, virtual server, so that it can handshake properly. So what you are doing, actually you are updating the public key into server. What are some critical difference between S3 and EBS? So S3 is, like as I said, that it is object based storage, it is a EBS is a file system. So if you need to attach the disk to a server, you should need to use performance. S3 is fast, EBS is super fast, right? Redundancy, S3 by default used to be available into across different data centers. Uh, EBS used to be within a single data centers, right? Security, use public or private key and can be used. EBS can be used only with EBS. How do you allow a user to gain access to a specific bucket? S3 bucket policy, right? Use the S3 bucket policy, create a IAM user, use the bucket policy, you can use that one. But how do you allow to user gain access to a specific bucket? Categorize your instances, define how authorized users can manage specific servers, lock down your tags, attach your policies to IAM users. And what would be your policy? S3 bucket policy you need to use to connect that one. How can you monitor S3 cross region application to ensure consistency without actually checking the bucket? So what you can do, like S3 cross region application is happening properly, right? But happening, but it is proper or not? Is it consistent or not? How you can check? So what you can do, when you set up the monitoring, right? There is a batch job used to get run, which used to show like, okay, data is going there. Okay, if you go the batch job, it will show you in the S3 cross region, like, okay, data is there, log is there, and you can find out that, okay, this data is there. So in the batch job itself, you will find that information. Okay, not the least but last question for today. To Last but not the least question, last question for today: to transfer terabytes of data, okay, if you have terabytes of data, how you will transfer into your cloud environment? So you need to use a snowball device. Snowball device comes into three categories like snowball cone, snowball mobile, snowball mobile edge. No, sorry, snowball cone, snowball edge, snowball mobile, snowball edge, and then you have snowball mobile. Okay, so cone is like 8 terabyte data. Mobile edge device is normally like is having 40 to 80 terabyte data, which you can definitely use, or you can go for mobile as well, like where they have to truck kind of storage, and they come up with huge capacity like 50 server 50 CPU in a single storage, right? Single snowball device, you can use it as a local servers, high power local server as well. They charge it for per day basis, or you can use it for as a data transfer tool as well, right? Because the capacity, memory and CPU is so high, they copy the data very quickly and can utilize that. So thank you guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope this video is useful for you. If you have reached till this point, share a thumbs up, and I will be glad that I was able to help you, right? And take the AWS self learning course. If you have doubts, if you are new to AWS and if you want to learn in your Hindi language, learn in your English language, I have shared the links into description. Definitely you can go and purchase that one. Thanks a lot guys for watching these videos. Thank you. Bye bye, take care. We'll meet you very soon. Okay, take care. Bye bye.